All right, let's talk about a role that's fast becoming a total game changer for growing companies, the fractional CMO. So what exactly happens in those crucial first 90 days? We're going to break it all down, step by step, showing how a great fractional CMO turns marketing chaos into a smooth, efficient growth engine.
So you've probably felt this before, right? Your business is growing and you just know you need that high-level strategic thinking to get to the next level. But man, a full-time executive salary, that's a huge commitment. It can feel like you're stuck. But what if there was another way? And this is it, the fractional CMO. Now, the key word here is embedded. This isn't just some advisor you call once a month. They are in the trenches with you. They own the marketing strategy. They get your whole team aligned and moving in the same direction. And, this is critical, they build the systems that keep working long after they're gone. So, what's the real difference between this and, say, a consultant? Well, think of it like this. A consultant might give you a really beautiful, detailed map and then wish you good luck on your journey. A fractional CMO, on the other hand, gets in the car with you. They're your co-pilot, they're helping you navigate, building the processes, and coaching your team along the way. It's the difference between a plan and a partner.
Okay, so to make this super clear, we've broken down those first 90 days into 3 distinct phases. First up is the audit and strategy phase. Then we move into execution and enablement, and we wrap up with scaling and optimizing. We'll also look at the total impact of all this. Let's dive in.
All right, phase 1. The first 4 weeks are all about building a rock-solid foundation. You see, a great fractional CMO knows they can't just come in and start making changes. First, they have to listen. They have to understand your business inside and out. This is all about turning conversations and data into an actual documented plan.
In these first few weeks, the CMO is basically a detective. They're digging into everything. Your website analytics, your ad accounts, your content, your messaging. They're talking to you, the founders, the sales team, anyone who has a piece of the puzzle. All of that info gets distilled into a clear 3 to 6 month roadmap. And the most important part, by the end of this phase, everyone is on the same page about what we're doing and why. No more guesswork.
Okay, phase 2. We have the plan. The foundation is set. Now it's time to build some real momentum. This is the fun part, where we start turning all that strategy into actual, tangible results. This is where things really start to move.
The first thing a smart CMO does here is go for some quick wins. You know, those low-effort, high-impact changes that get everyone fired up and show immediate progress? At the same time, they're setting up a rhythm, weekly stand-ups, planning sessions, clear reporting. This isn't about micromanaging. It's about enabling your team. It's about clarifying roles, providing new tools and frameworks, and plugging those leaky funnels we found in the audit. Your team starts working smarter, not just harder.
And that brings us to the final sprint, phase 3, acceleration. By month 3, we've got momentum. Now, the game changes from just doing things to scaling what actually works. And how do we know what works? Data. This is where every decision becomes data-driven.
So this is where all the guesswork disappears. We're looking at the numbers from the past 8 weeks and making smart choices. That campaign that's crushing it, we're doubling down and putting more budget behind it. The one that's a dud, we cut it. We launch real-time dashboards so everyone, from the marketing team to the CEO, can see exactly what's going on. We're constantly reviewing performance against our goals and getting ready for the next big push.
So you put all that together, the audit, the momentum, the acceleration, and what do you actually get? What does that transformation look like when you zoom out? Let's take a look at the whole 90-day impact at a glance.
You can see the whole arc of the story right here. It's a very intentional journey. We start with discovery and strategy in month 1, getting our bearings. Then, in month 2, we build momentum and empower the team. And finally, in month 3, it's all about data-driven growth and optimization. It's a system for transforming a marketing department from reactive to proactive.
Okay, that all sounds great in theory, but what about the real world? Results are what really count. So let's look at a couple of quick snapshots of how this 90-day plan actually plays out for real companies.
So here's a story you've probably heard before. We have a fintech startup, and their teams are totally siloed.
Marketing is doing one thing, product is doing another, sales is doing its own thing. The result? Total chaos. The messaging is inconsistent, and customers are confused.
So what happened? By day 30, that's just the end of phase 1, the fractional CMO had already put a new process in place where everyone planned campaigns together. Suddenly, there was shared ownership. And the result? Lead quality shot up and the sales team was way happier. That's a huge win, fast.
Okay, example number 2, a direct-to-consumer brand. They were just pouring money into paid ads, but the cost to get a new customer was through the roof. They were basically just lighting cash on fire because there was no real strategy behind the spend.
The impact here was huge, a 35% drop.
A 35% drop in their cost per lead. By day 60, the CMO had completely rebuilt their ad funnels, tweaked the messaging, and reallocated the budget to the channels that were actually delivering. That's a massive, direct impact on the company's profitability.
And that's really the magic of it. When you have an experienced leader driving a structured plan, that journey from onboarding to real, measurable outcomes happens incredibly fast. It's all about purposeful, focused execution from day one.
And this, right here, is probably the most important thing to remember. A great fractional CMO isn't just there to cross things off a to-do list. They're there to build you a durable, scalable marketing system. A growth engine that will keep delivering for your business long term. So I'll leave you with this one question to think about for your own company. Is your marketing really built for speed and velocity, or is it just kind of running on guesswork? Thanks for tuning in.